Welcome back to my channel. In this video, we're going to see how I mount my Acroporas in my tank. We're also going to have a sneak peek at my new Sump layout. Okay, what I'm doing here is I'm making some bases for my acros. When the acros get a little bit bigger, they tend, if they haven't got a proper base, they tend to fall off or get blown around. I like to be able to move my acros. So I've made myself some bases. It's made out of this stuff. This is Carib Sea flats. And all I've done is broken that up, and then I've drilled some holes in for the frag plug to sit in. So as the acro grows, it will cover the base, and then it'll have a proper stable platform, so I'll be able to move it around the aquarium. It's got a flat bottom, and I've just drilled some holes with a glass drill, which was pretty easy. So that's a perfect little one there. Okay, these are for my new acros because I can't just snip the frag plug on those frag plugs. So I've decided to do this, and it's helpful anyway because this is how I want to mount them in my tank. Okay, this is the problem that I'm having. Some of my corals are getting so big now that they're touching and they start killing each other off, especially these two Monties here. And it's touching these chalices around here. It's just getting too big. And because it's on the glass, I'm going to have to lift that up. That's a Montipora setosa. I'm just going to take that one out. I'm going to give it a bit of a trim and then attach it to one of the base rocks. Okay, it came out in one whole piece. Look at the size of this thing. Beautiful. The growth pattern on that. But yeah, I'm going to have to chop it back a bit. And then I'm going to attach it to this. Just a little bit of glue on the base. Okay, that's it back in the tank now. You can see it's on its own little base as well. So it's not touching the glass. So it will take, maybe a couple of days to encrust onto that rock, and then it will be solid and I'll be able to move that around the tank as well. Okay, the bases that I've made, I put in the sump. They've been sitting in the sump for about a week now, so they're ready to go. You can see that I've made some changes in my sump as well. I'm not going to go too much into it because I'll probably do a whole video on this next week, and it'll probably be on nitrates and how I'm trying to reduce some of my nitrates and what changes I've made to the sump. I'm just going to remove the bases out of the sump. When you drill these, you need to do it while they're a little bit wet. It does go a bit sort of milky, but you can just rinse that off in a bit of RODI water. And then I've rested them in the sump for about a week. This is one I did about a year ago, and you can see it encrusts down onto the piece of rock, and then it will grow so much faster once it's encrusted like that. Here's another one I did. This is the pink lemonade. You can see I can just lift it up. It's totally encrusted all the way down onto the rock now. And now all the shoots are coming up. You can see where the new growth's going to come up. And it's good because you can just take that out. You can frag it like that, or you can sort of move it around the aquarium if it needs a little bit more light or a bit less light and some more flow. Okay, these are the frags that I need to move on to their own bases. You can see some of them are already coming down onto the frag rack. Okay, this is the first one. I'm not sure if I need any glue on this or not. But yeah, this is just going to go onto here like that. Do you know what? I don't think I need any glue. I think that's just going to hold. It's quite tight. And in a couple of days, it will just start encrusting onto the rock. can't break these frag plugs, I can't cut them. So I've drilled holes, obviously, into these. I use this drill bit here. It's just a glass drill bit. It goes through quite well. There is a little bit of dust that you need to rub off. And I'm just going to sit them in there. I put a bit of glue on the outside just to keep them. I'm going to put the milli on this one, as it's a bit of a bigger base because the milli is obviously going to grow up. And I'm going to put this small one on this little one here. There you go. They're pretty much stuck in there already. I didn't really need the glue, but there you go. I'm going to stick them back in the tank. This is the ultimate acro base. This is the golden draw dropper. It had a Montipora growing on the other side of the rock and it was coming up. So I had to frag that off. And it was a good opportunity to make some new frags of the golden jaw dropper. Okay, here are the new frags. I've got quite a few here. I've got a few golden jaw droppers. There's a big one at the back. A load of strawberry shortcakes. So they're pretty much ready to go now. I don't like having a frag rack in the display tank, but it's the only way to sort of, you need to trim these acros because they start touching each other. I've also moved on some of my Montes. I've made some space on the glass because I'm going to start growing my acros on the glass as well. As you can see, it's quite good for my rainbow loom. It's done really well down there. So I'm going to, have more bases and more acros on the glass. So this is going to be one big acro tank. And that's another reason why I do these bases, because then I can just move these acros around. Because they've got a flat base as well, they just sit nicely on the glass or up on the rocks. So yeah, if they get a little bit too much light, I can just move them around. And if they get too close to other corals, I can move them away from them corals. I can then take them out. I can frag them so much easier on their own rock. You know, if I need to dip them for any reason, they can come out, get a dip. There's the new frags there on their own bases, and there's just start encrusting down onto that piece. Okay, that's not the final position. I might move these around. Once they start growing, I'll see the growth of the acro, and then I can move them around. But yeah, so far, so good. You can see these ones that I've done before. The Pikachu's still looking really good. It's growing really nicely in here. And that's the brilliant thing about being able to move all your corals around. They're not encrusted onto the rockscape. Even this big, massive golden jaw dropper I was managed to get out the tank. These gunnies just caught my eye as I was doing some filming under the white light. You can see the glitter gunny, the second one in. See the green down the bottom. That's absolutely beautiful. Also, the clownfish are kind of back together. You can see they're swimming nicely together again, and at least they're the same size of the tank. Copper band still looking really good, still feeding really well. And that's it for this one. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I'm also doing memberships now, so if you can help me out in any way, that'd be absolutely awesome. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.